Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you know when live we go. Today we have released the solution for GS Paper 2 CSAT paper of prelims examination. The link to that is given in the description section. You can test your authentic score for the CSAT paper using our answer key. Hello and welcome to Daily News Simplified. In the next 30 minutes, we are going to run through today's newspaper, touching upon the most important articles, and we shall discuss them from the perspective of civil service examination. The articles that we are going to take up for discussion has been tabulated in front of you, and the time stamping for the same has been given in the description section. Before you take DNS, you attempt this self-assessment speed test. Do not take more than 5 minutes in attempting this test. The questions are of true and false nature. Next on your screen will appear the solution to the test. You calculate your marks, you can post your marks in the comment section, you can discuss the questions among yourself if you have doubt. But during the course of DNS, all your doubts will be cleared. It's important that you take the test seriously so that some curiosity is generated within you to know what you don't know, and your attention level will naturally increase. There is an article on page number 1, 3 black hole researchers get Nobel Prize for Physics. Black hole is an intriguing area of research among the astrophysicists, and we do not yet know exactly the features and the composition of black hole. But recently, especially with the images of Event Horizon Telescope project, we have come to conclusively verify the existence of black hole at the center of our Milky Way galaxy. So it was the time to credit the scientists who have been not only talking about but also through their research work established theoretically the presence of black hole. So Nobel Prize were given to 3 scientists. It was shared among Roger Penrose, Reinhard Genzel and Andrea Hess. The Nobel Committee has described black hole as one of the most exotic phenomena in the universe. We still know very little about black hole, and we do not know anything about composition of black hole. But we are increasing our understanding of the black hole. Back in 1965, Mr. Roger Penrose, through his mathematical modeling, showed that general theory of relativity leads to the formation of black holes. Or to say this more appropriately, general theory of relativity explains the formation of black holes. And he used the general theory of relativity of Einstein and his own mathematical modeling to show the theoretical existence of black holes, that such a system is possible to exist. But then very few people were convinced back in 1965 because question was still there on the theory of relativity itself. Mr. Penrose has worked very closely with the late scientist Stephen Hawking. But Nobel Prize is not given posthumously. So unfortunately, the Nobel Prize was not shared with Stephen Hawking. Reinhard Genzel and Miss Andrea Hess were given Nobel Prize for their joint work that showed that an invisible and extremely heavy object governs the orbit of stars at the center of our galaxy. This invisible and extremely heavy object is actually the black hole at the center of our galaxy. They were doing their research since 1990s with whatever telescope and basic equipment at their disposal, and that region of our Milky Way galaxy at the center is called as Sagittarius A star. And this Sagittarius A star is now the name of the black hole that exists at the center of our Milky Way galaxy. As you can see in this video, as we zoom into our Milky Way galaxy, you will find the existence of a very bright area. Although light seems to be absorbed into the black hole, still the region around the black hole appears very bright. The reason is that the gases around the black hole gets into the plasma state, and that gives brightness to the region around the black hole. And further you can see that the stars which are very close to the black hole, they are revolving around the black hole with very high speed. Not only the stars, even the masses of the gases, they revolve at very high speed, and that is very peculiar because gas masses do not tend to revolve at such a high speed around normal gravitational objects. So all the evidences are pointing towards existence of black hole at the center of our Milky Way galaxy, which is termed as Sagittarius A star. Mr. Genzel and Miss Hales discovered that towards the center of our Milky Way galaxy there is heavy and invisible object measuring around 4 million times greater than the mass of the sun, and that is pulling on the surrounding stars, giving the galaxy its characteristic swirl. If you see our Milky Way galaxy, there is black hole, the Sagittarius A star at the center, then there are stars in various arms of the galaxy, the bright region. It is not elliptically distributed, but the stars are mostly in the various arms of the galaxy, and the entire system as a whole is rotating. That is the swirl that they are talking about, and this is characteristic of our galaxy. Many of the galaxies are of elliptical shape, so they don't have the swirl, that revolving motion around the center. And all these things that were being theoretically predicted and also practically in the case of Mr. Genzel and Miss Hess' work, but that was conclusively confirmed by the Event Horizon Telescope project. And Nobel Prize is given only for proven things. So now when things are being conclusive, so they were given the Nobel Prize. Additionally, for the prelims exam, you must know that Miss Hales is just the fourth woman to receive Physics Nobel Prize since 1901, when the Nobel Prize was first handed out. The first woman to receive the Nobel Prize was Miss Marie Curie in 1903. She was given the Nobel Prize for the discovery of radioactivity. Then she was again given the Nobel Prize in 1911, this time in chemistry, and this time for the discovery of radium. Let's have a general understanding of black hole. I'll give you only so much information which is important for the exam. We will not get into technicality of the topic because it is hugely technical. There is not too much clarity as to how the black holes were formed, and we know nothing about composition of black hole because direct measurement of black hole is nearly impossible, at least with the present technological advancement. So we know about black hole only indirectly, and as a whole we know very little about black hole. So I'll give you so much what we know and so much what is important for the exam. The general understanding of black hole that you must have is that it refers to a point in space where matter is so compressed as to create a gravity field from which even light cannot escape. It is a hugely dense space. So dense that it can be said that large galactical objects have been compressed to a point. There is one very important fact that you must be aware. When Albert Einstein was trying to explain the universe, the relationship between space, time, gravity, and matter, and he was in the process of developing his general theory of relativity, he happens to realize that his theory is predicting something, the possibility of a particularly mind-boggling phenomena which now we call as black holes. Of course, he was the first one to realize that his theory is giving a conclusion for the existence of very dense space, which now we call black holes. But the fact is that he himself was not convinced that such a thing can exist. So he gave the opinion that this is a theoretical prediction, but practically such a thing will not be observed. But we have just seen that Mr. Roger Penrose in 1965, working along with Stephen Hawking, gave a theoretical proof for the existence of such a system. And for that he has been given the Nobel Prize. Mr. Penrose also gave some sort of explanation as to how the black holes are formed, and this is a general understanding that super dense objects. And now this is a general understanding that black holes or super dense objects are formed when heavy star collapses under the weight of their own gravity. Once they collapse into the weight of their own gravity, they become even more dense and start attracting the objects around them, becoming more and more dense and more large, and it covers considerable area around it. So large that even larger stars starts to revolve around it, and so dense that even light starts to bend considerably, so much that we start to see the objects behind them. Suppose this is the region of the black hole, an object which is behind the black hole from our perspective, that can be seen. The reason is, if suppose the light from the object was to go in this direction, and if that was unhindered, the light would be going in a straight line, then that object would be never visible to us because light will not reach the earth. But under the influence of black hole, this light starts to bend. And when it starts to bend, it follows a curve. And now this light reaches the earth. So this way we will be able to see the object behind the black hole. In April 2019, Event Horizon Telescopes gave the first picture of a black hole. This black hole was from the nearby galaxy M87. Because the black hole M87 is much larger than Sagittarius A star, the black hole of our own galaxy, so it is easy to observe. And this black hole is around 55 million light years away from us. See, the theoretical interest in black hole was always there. Ever since Einstein formulated his theory of general relativity, that was a natural conclusion coming from his theory. But no one was convinced, not even Einstein himself. The real interest in black hole was developed when Messier 87 galaxy, M87 galaxy, was being observed. When this galaxy was being imaged by the radio frequency telescope, then signature of twin jets of plasma that were coming out at high velocity, nearly at the relativistic speed, near to the speed of the light. And it was reaching well beyond the galaxy, into the intergalactic space. When this was observed, obviously the question was begged as to what is making them to move at such a high speed. It was also observed that the gas clouds in the central region of the galaxy were moving at enormous speeds, both towards and away from us. The only way this can be explained is by the presence of a hugely dense mass equivalent to billion solar mass, and that by definition will be called as black hole. Gases cannot move at that tremendously high speed, relativistic speed, the speed of the light. It will require immensely large amount of gravitational force that can be provided only by the black hole. Then this question of jets of plasma. See, jets of plasma can come only when the gases or the objects around a mass is heated to very high temperature. And the effect of black hole is such that the objects around it starts revolving, and that creates tremendous amount of heat. And under that heat, plasmas are created, and that plasmas start to escape at tremendous speed. See, when you have a central object, very dense, and the object around it is revolving around the central object at very high speed. So, the plasma which is there in the object revolving around the black hole will also have very high speed. And since it is in the plasma state, there will be tendency to escape. And once it escapes at any point, it will escape at the velocity with which the object is revolving around the central mass. So, the escaping plasma will also have very high velocity. So high that it will leave the galaxy itself and get into the intergalactic space. And the brightness around the black hole is actually coming from the swirling material, the material which is revolving around the black hole, and not from the black hole itself, because light cannot escape from black hole. So directly we do not see black hole. The region observed from the radio telescope will all be dark. But the radio telescope will be observing the radiations coming from the surrounding objects. The reason why we use telescope operating in the radio frequency is that radio frequencies are low. They have low energy, they have lower diffraction. So it is easy to observe from Earth. So our observations about black hole is indirect. Black hole region seems to shine because of the extremely hot objects around it. We are able to see light from behind the black hole because gravitational field of the black hole bends this light towards us. This we have talked about. And we also know that we do not get any light or any other signal from within the black hole. For the prelims examination, you must be aware that the Event Horizon Telescope, which is an international collaboration, was launched in 2009. This is a very technical project, and lots of scientific groundwork went before launching the project, which we will not get into at all. It is a large array of telescopes consisting many telescopes distributed all around the world, and this works in the radio frequency for the reason that we have talked about. The goal of the project was to observe two black holes. One is the black hole of the nearby galaxy M87, and the other was the black hole at the center of our own galaxy Milky Way, termed as Sagittarius A star. So much of information will be sufficient for our civil service examination. There are 3 news articles in today's newspaper concerning criminal justice system. One is the lead article from page number 6, the disintegration of the criminal justice system. There is an editorial article, Grapes of Wrath. And there is an article on page number 7, a wake-up call for the Republic. We'll combine all these 3 articles and have a holistic discussion on criminal justice system. See, criminal justice system as such is a wide topic. So we will try to restrict the scope of our discussion and will focus mostly on the police system and the working of the courts. The need of criminal justice system arises because of crime in our society. There is various concept and definition of crime, but simplistically, crime is something that is an act harmful not only to some individual, but also to the community, society, or the state. And such acts are forbidden and punishable by the law. There are various characteristics of crime. For example, someone should be negatively affected by that action. There must be substantial harm to individual or to the society. It must pose some threat to the community. But at the end of the day, all these characteristics does not matter so much, because anything, if declared as crime by the state, by the relevant laws, then that action will be defined as crime. That is why crime is said to be a category which is created by law. Felling bamboo trees in non-forest area could be crime if defined by the law so, or it may not be the crime if that has been not so declared by the law. So practically, who decides what's a crime? The state decides what is a crime. And that is an important consideration, because under social contract, you cannot stop crime from happening, but you can ensure that the victim is given justice. Because the criminal justice system is defined by the power structure, meaning who has the power, who has the authority to punish. In the ancient time, the power was with the king. But under the social contracts, the power is with the democratically elected government. Since the state has the power to declare what is crime, the state has the power to punish the criminal, and the state also has the responsibility to protect the citizens. So it becomes very relevant to talk about the effective implementation of criminal justice system to seek accountability from the state under the social contract. See, under social contract, people come together and give up some of their power. Simplistically, you can understand one thing that people do under social contract is to adhere to the regulations, the rules, the laws made by the government. That power is transferred from people to the government. But in return, the government has to ensure the safety and welfare of all. With power comes responsibility. Criminal justice system mainly comprise many government agencies and institutions with the goal to prevent the crime, rehabilitate the offenders, and give protection and moral support to the victim. Primarily, the criminal justice system include the police system, the courts, and the prison system. But then there are lawyers, forensic department, and other institutions as well. The most important goal of criminal justice system is to give punishment. Punishment which is proportional to the crime, punishment that will ensure the safety of the citizens. And this punishment can be given only upon completion of trial. And this trial can be completed only with the synergy of investigating institutions and the courts, which decide on the merit of the investigative report and give the rulings as per the rule of law. Mostly we think that with the pronouncement of punishment, the justice system work is done. But no, after the pronouncement of punishment, the perpetrator, the criminal has to go to the prison system, and one important aim of criminal justice system is to reform the criminal. So the matter does not end at the court. If you look at the ingredient of criminal justice system, it begins with timely registration of cases. Then there has to be free, fair and efficient investigation by the police force or the concerned investigating institution like the CBI or NCB or NIA or other institutions. Then it is the job of the court to scrutinize the reports of the investigating agency. Based on that and with the own application of the court, there has to be condemnation of the crime by the courts. There has to be recognition that a wrong has been done. for the punishment to be given to the perpetrator, the criminal, as per the rule of law. And after giving the punishment, the reformation activity of the criminal must be carried out in the prison system. But here in our discussion, we will not take up the prison system part of the criminal justice system because that will make the discussion very, very long. We will focus only upon the police system and the courts. Before we get into the working of the police and the courts, let's talk about the importance of criminal justice system, the importance of protecting the citizens against crime and violence, the importance of these institutions to work with efficiency. As we have talked in the beginning, in the modern democratic setup, there is social contract. Under the social contract, the individual's rights and liberties have to be protected by the ruler, by the central authority, by the democratic government. Threat to any individual can come from another individual, or it can come from the community, the society, or it can come from state itself. If you look at the fundamental rights from Article 14 to Article 32, you will see that the protection to individuals have been given from other individuals, even from community and from the state. An individual's rights and liberties needs to be protected from other individuals, the society and the state. Or in other words, the individuals needs to get justice in the society under the social contract. Because justice is the most basic, fundamental element. It's a glue that keeps the society together. If there is no justice or if there is sense of relative deprivation, then the unity of the society is broken. Then there is social strife. Then there are protests, social conflict. There could also be riots. And the society will start to crumble. And we have seen this in the world. We have seen Bangladesh getting separated from Pakistan. We have seen the disintegration of USSR. We have seen the division of Germany, although it's a different matter that they have been reunited again. And even in the present time, we are seeing stiff social strife in Africa. That is why Aristotle long back said that it is in justice that the ordering of the society is centered. If there is no justice, then the citizens will break the social contract. Justice also ensures equality. It has been pointed out in the article and also corroborated by many data that those at the bottom of the caste structure are also those who are immensely poor. They lack the resource and ability to get justice. And according to the recent data given by NCRB, the percentage of SC/STs in the under trials is more than their overall percentage in the population. A robust criminal justice system also ensures that the individual is protected from the community. In a majoritarian state, or even in the state where majority and minority are in much skewed proportion, there is a possibility of prevalence of majoritarian culture that seeks dominance that often result into violence. So there has to be protective measure of the state that protects enforcement of some kind of majority ideology on the minority. Because in a majoritarian state, the perpetrator may be perceived to represent the majoritarian nationalist sentiment. And there is a perception that they will be protected from the state machinery. Maybe because of the religious or the caste affiliation which is embedded in the power structure. For example, maybe in some states in India, because of dominance of upper caste in the bureaucracy and in the political structure, the upper caste may feel emboldened to do act of violence against people of lower caste, maybe in form of lynching or gang rape. So in that case, there is no social protection. Protection has to come from the state machinery through robust criminal justice system. And then the individual also needs to be protected from the tyranny of the state. Because under the social contract we have seen, it is the government that makes the law. And the investigative machinery are also under the control of the government. That means that not only government define what is a crime, but can also selectively pursue only those crimes which it cares about and forget about the rest. We will expand on it and discuss in a little while. There have been ample examples within our robust democracy that state has used its power to suppress the voice of dissent. State has used violence as a weapon to instill fear so that the message goes to the people that anyone who goes against the state, anyone who is doing opposition will meet the same fate. So there could be all sort of violence in a society, cultural, religious, political. An individual has the right to get protected from these kind of violence. That is why for democracy to function, for any political social setup to function, to be stable, there has to be robust, efficient criminal justice system. We'll talk about the police system and we'll talk about the courts. Let's talk about the problem with the police force, as the article uses the example of Uttar Pradesh. So let's discuss the problem of police force in context of Uttar Pradesh. As we have discussed before, the process of giving justice will begin from police force or the relevant investigating body. Then the matter will go to the courts. The trial will happen in the court. The condemnation will happen in the court. And the punishment will be pronounced in the court. The problem that we are now seeing is that the police is ready to give the punishment. So the punishment is coming without condemnation and without trial. This is one of the problems in which police force seems to be working disjoint with the courts. The example that we have that you have to quote with caution in the exam is that of a notorious gangster whose name you must be knowing, Vikas Dubey, but in the exam don't mention the name. If you feel tempted to use this example, use the example without naming the gangster or the state in which it happened. That notorious gangster was involved in a gunfight with police. He fled and then he was captured from another state. As he was being brought back to Uttar Pradesh, he was encountered. He was shot dead. Now, since in this case, even the retired Supreme Court judge made the observation, so you can use this example giving the reference of retired judge of the Supreme Court. Here, if we see there was crime, there was in fact lot of grave and heinous crime done by the criminal. So the criminal justice system had to come into speed. It began with the police force, but it ended with the police force. It must have ended in the prison system going via courts. The police adopted the approach of Faisla on the spot. The punishment was swiftly meted out by the police itself. So if we talk about the broad problem with our police force, this is one major problem that the police force has now started to act at many instances as police, the prosecutor and the judge. Then there is another problem in the criminal justice system with regard to the investigating body. And this example we have again seen in the state of Uttar Pradesh. There has been condemnation without any trial. The recognition of the crime must come after the trial is done. But recently we saw that Uttar Pradesh has passed a law enabling the publishing of massive hoardings with the names and personal details of persons allegedly involved in the destruction of property caused in the riots following the citizenship amendment protest. And all these were done without any court convicted them. So the punishment which is given by the courts in any criminal justice system is now given by the executive. Executive is trying to amass power of condemnation as well as punishment. For example, seizure of property. That is another law that has been passed that gives power of punishment to the criminals. And that also has been applied in the recent time, ample number of times in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Now in these two cases, we have seen that the police force has been proactive. Although they seem to have been working skewedly in the overall criminal justice system, but they have been seen very proactive, pursuing the cases that they wanted to pursue. The third problem is of inactivity, the problem of turning a blind eye to incidents of violence. A young girl was brutally assaulted and left to die, and when she was found by her family in the village of Hathras, Uttar Pradesh, the family reported the case to the police. The police was not ready to register the case. And when they did not apply stringent section of the law. They did not want to register the case of rape. Forget about the case of gang rape. But however, you must be aware that 19 or more cases have been registered for alleged conspiracy to use the incident for political purposes and to show state in a bad light. So the police force is proactive and efficient selectively, and they are doing what they do not have the right to do, to punish through encounters. As we have seen in the case of the gangster Vikas Dubey, we also seen that in the recent Hyderabad rape case. There also police encountered the alleged criminals. then the state executive is bringing upon itself the power to punish through legislating laws like the seizure of property of criminals. One reason that is suggested why this is happening is because of the slow working of the courts. If we take the example of Uttar Pradesh again, then the police force in Uttar Pradesh has a pendency rate of just above 15%, but the courts in the state have pendency rate of just above 90%. If we look at the national level, then there are around 8.3 crore pending cases, according to the data given by the last economic survey. In today's newspaper, in one of the articles, it is said that 398 High Court judges' posts are lying vacant, and 398 is around one third of total post. One third of total posts in High Court are lying vacant. Around 5,000 posts in the lower judiciary is lying vacant. The judges to population ratio in India is 13 per million. The law commissions have suggested that it should be around 50 per million. So the sanction strength is low, and within that there are many vacancies. That increases the natural time gap between the incident and any potential punishment. And this obviously reduces the importance of courts in our criminal justice system. You must have observed that it is the arrest and not the conviction which becomes the seminal moment, the moment of celebration in the entire criminal process. As we have discussed before, that because of this log jam at the courts, things does not move forward. And now the executive, the investigating bodies, the police force, they seem to have losing the patience. So they seems to be trying to legally take up the power of pre-trial arrest and custody while also taking up more power upon itself to punish without condemnation. More power of pre-trial arrest and custody that is coming from the repeated use of NSA. Even for minor things, they are applying the law of NSA and they are forfeiting the asset of the criminal. That is the power to condemnation and punish. The overall result of this is that our criminal justice system is getting transformed to problem-solving system. We have an issue in hand and we try to get rid of it in short term. But as we discussed in the beginning, there is a reason why criminal justice system was in place. And that ends with the reformation in the prison system. And if we don't do that, in the long run, we'll be creating more problems than we are solving. Grave problems already have started to occur. Because of the executive trying to gain more power, we now see this executive mindedness in the judiciary. You spend some time, do some brainstorming and tell me what is this executive mindedness by the judiciary? How judiciary is now acting in haste? How judiciary itself is curtailing the procedures in pronouncing the judgments? Or how they are disturbing the power balance between various organs in governance and disturbing the process of criminal justice system itself. Now let us do question for the day. Yesterday's question was this. Consider the following institutes and the Nobel Prizes awarded by them. Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences was matched with physics, chemistry and economics. Karolinska Institute was matched with medicine. Swedish Academy was matched with literature. And Norwegian Nobel Committee was matched with peace. As a matter of fact, all these four pairings were correctly matched. So the answer would be option D. Today's question is this. Sagittarius A star recently in news is a neutron star, asteroid, quasar, or none of the above. Thank you for bearing with me for 30 minutes. Do not forget to solve the DNS quiz.